Hey guys, I'm Sanket. I passed out of IIT Kharagpur, in 2017. It seems like a long time now. And I was working with Oracle in their distributed database team out of Redwood City in California. I recently switched to Yugabyte about 6 months back, and like I've been working with their again distributed SQL database team. So feel free to reach out to me for any concerns that you have. Ping me on WhatsApp, connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll be taking like most of your DSA sessions. So beware and brace yourselves. Today, before we begin this course, like truly, I did wanted to spare out a couple of minutes to just talk about algorithms and data structures. More specifically, the definitions of algorithms and data structures. I think most of you already know this, but we still want to ensure that everybody is on the same page as far as like what they mean and what is the sense as far as that is concerned. So algorithms are nothing but think of it like a procedure or a set of instructions that you give to a computer for performing a certain task. So a set of instructions for performing a task. Now this is not necessarily applicable only to computers. It can be like generally also applied. But for instance, let's say if you're cooking Maggie, or if you want somebody, let's say a friend of yours, to cook Maggie for you, but he does not know anything about cooking. He has no idea about cooking, and you want to tell him how to make Maggie. So you would give him a set of instructions. You would tell him the first step is go and fetch a pan or some utensil, put it in the stove or the burner, put water on it, then wait till the water boils, put Maggie on it. So all that set of instructions that you give to your friend who has no fucking idea how Maggie is made is nothing but an algorithm. In computer science, we as software engineers are primarily concerned with programming, which is telling computers to do things that we want them to do. So we naturally, algorithms are like hold the central piece in that jigsaw puzzle. You have to instruct computers to do some task, and you have to come up with a systematic step-by-step process or a procedure to do a particular task. And that's where algorithms come into the picture. And if you are able to think algorithmically, which means you are able to break down the solution into steps and write code for it, that is like an asset to have in the industry. And that's why like we focus so much on algorithms in particular. Data structures, on the other hand, are nothing but a way of organizing data in a container. So whenever you are executing an algorithm, you know that you will be working with data. For instance, if we go back to the analogy of cooking Maggie, you know that you would require certain elements. You would need the masala, you would need Maggie, you would need some utensils, you would need water, you would need a stove. So all those ingredients or the components that you would use is nothing but the data. So whenever you are instructing the computer to do a certain task, you would inherently be working with data. And data structures are nothing but a way of keeping that data so that some of your tasks around the data and around the handling of the data is being done efficiently. What do I mean by that? Let's say in this Maggie recipe itself, you have a cupboard where you keep all the materials, all your groceries, let's say. And you know that so you for instance, you keep a packet of dal, you keep a packet of rice, you keep masalas, you keep Maggie. So you keep all of this, let's say in your cupboard or in a shelf. And now when you are cooking Maggie, you need to fetch Maggie, right? You need to fetch this data item from this shelf. Now, if you already know that your shelf is organized in a specific manner, for instance, if you know that in your shelf you have items organized one after the other consecutively, and you know that, so you know that they are organized consecutively, and you know that Maggie is 4 places from the beginning, or it is at an offset of 4 from the beginning. Then when you are searching for Maggie in the shelf, you wouldn't have to go through the entire list one by one. You wouldn't have to take dal, inspect, oh, this is not Maggie, keep it back. Take rice, inspect, if it is not Maggie, keep it back. You wouldn't have to do that. You can simply directly go to the 4th location and just take out the packet of Maggie, right? And use it. Why was this possible? Because you had organized your data in a specific manner. You knew that I'm putting the data items consecutively, one after the other, and Maggie is at an offset of 4, or Maggie is at the 4th location from the beginning. And because you knew both of these things and you had organized data in this specific manner, you were able to efficiently find Maggie and thus reduce the cooking time of Maggie. On the other hand, let's say if you would have organized your shelf in some other manner, let's say you would have organized your shelf in a stack fashion, one after the other or one above the other. For instance, you would have organized it in this manner. You would have put dal here, then on top of it you would have put the packet of rice, the packet of masala here, and then let's say the packet of Maggie. On top of it again, let's say you are putting more things. You've put let's say sugar, you've put a packet of salt on top of it. So if you've organized your shelf in this manner, then you know that in order to get Maggie, what you would typically be doing is you would be removing elements from the top. So you would remove the packet of salt, put it somewhere, let's say you put it here. Then you would remove the packet of sugar, put it here. And then finally, when you remove the packet of Maggie, you would get Maggie, right? And then you can put back sugar and then put back salt on top of this item, masala, right? So now what happened here? Because you organized your items one above the other in a stack fashion, stacked on top of each other, you had to spend some considerable amount of time in order to find Maggie, right? In the first use case or in the first example, you did not have to spend so much time to find Maggie because you knew the offset where it is present and you knew that they are consecutively placed one after the other. So that's basically what data structures are. This is one data structure. This is DS2. This is one data structure 1. I mean, technically this is called array and this is called stack, but we will look into that in detail like in the subsequent videos. But the point being that data structures are very, very fundamentally tied with algorithms. Whenever you have a set of instructions, whenever you are programming your computer to do something, you would need to handle data. And for handling data, if you organize the data in a specific manner, some of your tasks become easier to do or become faster to do, as a result of which the overall algorithm becomes faster, as a result of which you get the output faster. And that's basically what we want. We want the output from the computer. You want the eventual Maggie to consume, right? So that's basically why what are algorithms and data structures. I just wanted to take a moment to introduce both of them to everybody, and what is their significance and how are they inherently tied to each other.